Hello! As you may notice from the change in my scenery, I am still on summer vacation visiting my cousins in upstate New York. So today I thought I would share my go-to fast and easy summer vacation makeup look that I can complete in less than 10 minutes. As always, all the products will be listed and linked in the description box below, so you can check out any products that may interest you. And please share your summer vacation makeup go-to favorites so we can all learn from each other. And with that, let's jump into it. I have already applied my SPF about 20 minutes ago, so it has completely dried down. I have been loving the Naked Sunday's 100% Mineral SPF 50. This is from Australia. I did a full review of this a few weeks ago in a sunscreen roundup video. This has become my go-to #1 summer vacation sunscreen for a couple of reasons. Number one, 100% mineral. It is only tinted enough to take the white cast away. Once I work it into my skin, it is completely invisible. Initially, it does feel a little bit heavy and thick going on, but once it dries down, it just gives me the most lovely protected feeling, and it works beautifully under makeup. And what I really love about it, it's sweat and water resistant. So like I said, this has become my #1 summer vacation SPF go-to favorite. Let's get some makeup on. How I always start my makeup is with my Pixi Peach Corrector. This is a peach cream corrector that will cancel and neutralize that dark blue purple on my inner corners, and this is how I always start my makeup. I'm picking up just a little bit with a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I am just going to pat that into that dark inner corner, a little bit on the lid, and then I'm going to use my finger to press it in. Peach corrector, no peach corrector. Let's get it on the other side. Next up, we have the Wet N Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is perfect for travel. It's compact, it's lightweight. I love the squeezy tube. It is a beautiful tinted moisturizer, and you can get everything from a very lightweight coverage to a little bit more medium. I have it in the shade light medium. And what I do is I just put a little between my fingers and I apply it around my face with my fingers. Very blendable, very natural, very affordable. One of my favorite products, and I have repurchased it at least 2 or 3 times. I'm actually not going to use a standalone concealer today. I'm just going to use the tinted hydrator under my eyes to take any of that peachiness away from the Pixi Peach Corrector. And then I will take my damp sponge and make sure it is worked nicely into my skin. While the Wet n Wild dries down, it's still ever so slightly tacky, I am going to go in and do my eyebrows. Now, this is a NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Taupe, and this is actually my cousin's eyebrow pencil, and I really love this shade. It is much better than the blonde shade I was using previously. And I'm just doing the quickest of filling in. Normally, I don't like to do my eyebrows on camera because they're so, I can't really see. I need a magnifying mirror. But because I wanted to show you the entire makeup process, okay, and then I follow up with the NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Mascara, also in the shade Taupe. Comes with this nice little mascara wand. Now this does have fibers, so it does tint, thicken, and hold the eyebrows. And I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up. I do like sort of a natural, fluffy look. And that is it for brow. Before proceeding with the rest of my makeup, I am going to use a little bit of my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Finishing Powder to set my makeup. I have this in the shade Diffused Light. You can see how well used and well loved it is. This is actually the only powder I brought with me to New York. What I love about this, it's so lightweight, so silky, never looks cakey. It does set the makeup very, very lightly, but it doesn't overly mattify and it still leaves the glow. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. blush brush and just use that to sort of set my eyelids. And under my eyes, like I said, never, ever, ever cakey. T-zone. And then I'm going to take my Rephr powder brush, and because it is really hot and steamy out today, this will really help my makeup stay in place without taking away the glow. You literally cannot over apply this powder. It's so lightweight, so silky, and never, ever, ever looks cakey. When I travel, I rely quite heavily on minis and multitasking products. So I only brought one bronzer, and it is a mini of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Bronze and Glow. I have it in the lightest shade. There is the bronzer, and there is the highlighter. The highlighter is just such a pretty, soft, natural shimmer, and the bronzer is perfect. Not too warm, which is sort of my preference. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the bronzer and warm up my face, give my face a little bit of shape, definition, and just a little bit of life to my face. I am also using this as eyeshadow. Like I said, a multitasking product. Just using a little bit of bronzer on the orbital bone. Once again, give a little shape and definition, accentuate my eyes very, very naturally. No eyeshadow. Taking a little bit of the highlighter, and I will use that on my mobile lid, a little bit on the inner corner. It's not overly shimmery, but it just gives a really nice little bit of a brightness to my eyes. And then I am going to deepen up the outer corner just a little bit with a smaller, denser brush, and just make sure I have a little bit of deeper color in that outer corner and deeper into the socket. No eyeshadow. I am also going to use a little bit of this really soft, pretty highlighter high up on the cheekbones, a little bit on the apples of the cheeks, sort of give a little bit of lift and a little bit of added volume. Like I said, this multitasking mini has come with me on every single trip these past several years. My go-to cream blush for the past several months has been the Merit Beauty Blush Balm. I have this in several shades, but I only brought one shade. I sort of wish I had brought more shades with me. I feel like I almost underpacked makeup. But anyway, this is in the shade Cheeky, super, super soft, pretty pink. And what I love about this, it's so easy to blend. It's sheer but buildable. It's balmy and glowy. I absolutely love it. You can apply it with your fingers, but today I am going to apply it with this little e.l.f. Putty Primer brush. This is a very dense but soft brush, perfect for cream products. And I just sort of pat that on high points of my cheeks. And you'll notice I did put the highlighter on before the blush, because I think that is a really nice way to have a more natural highlight peeking out from under the blush. It has been super, super hot and humid lately, so to give my cream blush extra lasting power, I am going to double blush, and that is where I'm going to apply a powder blush over the cream blush, like I said, to give it extra lasting power. And again, I'm using another mini that always travels with me. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush. This is in the shade Mood Exposure. It's a very nice, almost neutral shade that complements this blush very, very nicely. So I'm just taking a Sephora Travel Blush Brush, and this does a nice job setting the cream blush without adding too much additional color. But since it is summer, I like to take it a little bit over my nose, on my forehead, even on my eyes. Anyway, that is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush over the Merit Beauty Cream Blush for Bulletproof Blush. One technique I do every day, even when I'm in a hurry, is tightline my upper lash line. And that is where we're applying an eyeliner sort of in between and underneath the lash line instead of on top of the lash line. I'm using my L'Oreal Gel Liner in the shade Brown Denim. This, like I said, I'm applying it in between and underneath the eyelashes rather than on top of the eyelashes, which can be a little bit heavy. This can be a little bit of a tricky technique. It does take practice. I do have an entire how to tightline video, which I will link in the cards and in the description box below. But once you get the hang of it, it is super fast and easy. So there is one eye tightlined, no tightline. Let me get this side done. I only brought one mascara, which may have been a mistake because I just spent the last 5 minutes looking for it, but I did find it, and it is the City Beauty Beyond Mascara. This is on the pricey side for sure, but they do have frequent sales, frequent buy one, get one free, and I absolutely love this mascara. It also has eyelash conditioner, so, you know, I sort of justify the price that way. Anyway, I really love the wand. I love the way it volumizes and thickens. It doesn't flake on me. And you can apply one coat for a nice fluffy natural look, or you can build it up for a nice volumized look. There is one coat of City Beauty Beyond Mascara compared to no mascara. Let me get it on the other eye. Last and absolutely not least is one of my favorite parts of my everyday makeup, and that is, of course, lipstick. I pretty much never leave the house without lipstick. Some days it's just sunscreen and lipstick, and out the door I go. Anyway, I have been alternating between two colors these past few weeks, both by BK Beauty. The first one is the shade Passion, which is just a nice, soft mulberry berry pink. And of course, the shade Empower, this beautiful orange red, happy orange red. I wore Empower in my last video. Many of you loved it. Now, I am a little bit pinky today, so I probably should wear Passion, but I really want to wear Empower because it just makes me happy. I am going to show you how to apply it a little bit more lightly for less intensity, and then we will build it up a little bit. Anyway, for a little bit less intensity, just dab it on the lip. So that is really pretty and soft, not too overwhelming, but I love this color so much, so I am going to build it up just a little bit. I am so surprised how much I love this shade, because usually for a red shade, I like a more cool toned or a more neutral shade, but this warm orangey red is just such a bright, happy summer color, and I am loving it. I can complete this entire everyday go-to summer vacation makeup look in less than 10 minutes when I am not talking through each and every step, and I believe I only used 10 products. Let's see how everything fits in this tiny little makeup bag. Pixi Peach Corrector, Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow Mini, Merit Blush Balm, Hourglass Mini Blush, Hourglass Setting Powder. My goodness, it's getting a little bit on the fuller side. Mascara, of course. Tightline L'Oreal Gel Liner. brow pencil. This is the NYX brow pencil in the shade Taupe. Thick It Stick It brow mascara in the shade Taupe, and a lipstick. That does bring it to 11 products because at the last minute I used my aunt's brow pencil, but very often I will just use a brow gel. So if I didn't use the brow pencil, which is not part of my normal routine, this would have been 10 products in 10 minutes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please share your everyday summer makeup favorites. I always love visiting with you in the comment box. And with that, have yourself a great day, a wonderful week, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye. So there is the BK Beauty, what shade is that? One coat, since we are doing a very natural summer. So there is BK Beauty Empower. I am shocked how much I love this not eyeshadow.